welcome to the Chatroom with Temwa. On this show, I will be taking your captains of industry on an adventure, and we get to dive in deep on their day-to-day lifestyle. Hello and welcome to the Chatroom with Temwa. Today I have been graced by the presence of one of the most important persons that I know, but he's also head of marketing for First Capital Bank, and he is also the vice president for IM. Welcome Twikale, how are you doing?
Very well, Temwa.
My show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To my show.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me.
All right, so please tell me a little bit about who you are, what's your name in full, because I've already introduced you as Twikale, but then, people don't know who you are. I'm joking. Yeah. But yeah, so again, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Twikale Chirwa, officially, but a lot of other names in between, which I won't mention, but yeah, you can call me as you feel. I think Twikale is a bit difficult for a name. But yeah, I'm born and raised in Malawi, but I've traveled across the world. Educated in Malawi as well as in the region, but also married with two beautiful kids.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's basically who Twikale is.
Okay. My first question, I have a number of questions for you today, but my first question would be, as head of marketing, you've been in marketing for over 15 years now, or plus.
Correct.
I would say that. So what advice would you give somebody who is planning to get into marketing? And is it an easy job to be? It's marketing and branding, but is it an easy job to be in? Is it hard? People say it's easier for women, which I really don't believe. but do you think it's a hard job or an easy job to be in?
You ask an interesting question. 10 years ago, I think I had a debate or a chat with one of my good friends who is a lawyer. He was telling me that the laws and marketing is more difficult than the laws. I said, no, there's no way, because law, you guys are reading every day and everything. He said, no. He said, Twikale, the laws are static and marketing is dynamic. So we had this chat, but I was arguing that marketing was easier. For me, I think it's inborn, it's natural, it's something I love, something I'm passionate about. So I think
head of marketing, First Capital Bank.
So I think that's the angle that my argument was. But having worked for this long in marketing, it's not easy. You have to be creative, up to date, but also you have to be qualified and keep on updating yourself in terms of your qualifications. So if someone wants to go into marketing, my first advice is they should be qualified. My second advice is you should be passionate. The passion in marketing will show in your work. And that's what will differentiate you going forward from other people. So for me, those two things are very, very important. But also I always like to tell especially young marketers, that attitude, knowledge, and skills, the most important thing out of the three things is attitude. You have to have the right attitude. And this, I think I learned in high school, where I had a certain teacher that always used to say to me, attitude.
Attitude. All right. Building a brand is one of the hottest topics. So what's the first thing somebody should keep in mind when they're starting to build their brand or starting to create their own brand?
I think there are two types of brands. There is the corporate brand, and then there's your personal brand. So which brand are you referring to?
Corporate branding and personal branding. It's all branding.
Fantastic. In my experience, but also I think in my learning, there's a scientific process of building a brand, which involves what we call the marketing process, from situational analysis, where you analyze the market that you're in, and there's a lot of things to analyze: pastel, economic factors, etc., competition, customers, etc. At the end of the day, marketing is insight. Marketing is making decisions based on what customers and consumers are looking for. So in building a brand, obviously, there will be
Understand your market.
and once you do the analysis, there will
Yeah.
be segmenting, targeting, and then positioning to finish building a brand. But the best brands in the world, for me, were built by people who had intuition and ingenuity.
Wow.
People like Steve Jobs, who said that this is my vision of the perfect product. Okay, and today that vision lives on. Okay, so there's a scientific process, but also there are just people that are entrepreneurial in nature that will come up with a brand that will stand the test of time. A perfect example also is the founder of First Capital Bank. He had a dream, he had a vision, and today First Capital Bank, from
Belief comes first.
belief comes first.
Yes. Belief comes first. I think I've kept that in mind.
A brand that was born in Blantyre, in a single room, is now in 5 countries in Africa.
Wait, First Capital Bank is from Malawi?
First Capital Bank was born in Malawi. First
You're
Capital Bank is a
joking.
Malawian brand that was exported to Zambia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique,
Africa. I
Mauritius,
actually thought-
not South Africa, Mauritius,
Oh.
Botswana.
When it's in Zambia, I thought it was like South African brand or something.
First Capital Bank was born in Malawi, and that's a brand for you.
That's so beautiful.
Sure.
Okay, anyway, as head of First Capital Bank, what does your day-to-day life look like? And the most exciting part of your day look like?
I think first you have to think.
Okay.
As I said, I think in my preamble that marketing is dynamic, and you have to be up to date. And so I think, firstly, it's a strategic role whereby I think you define the direction. You are the eyes and ears of the bank, but also you define the positioning and direction that you want to take the bank. And then obviously there are more tactical approaches whereby you are also dealing with cross-functional teams in terms of serving their needs. So you're dealing with internal and external customers. But ultimately, the role that I'm in is to create demand for the corporate brand, but also for the products that we're selling. So my day is about thinking of how am I going to create demand, but also for sales to satisfy that demand.
So what's your most exciting part about that?
The most exciting part of marketing is creating and executing. It's very fulfilling and satisfying to see something that you were thinking about at 5 a.m. in the morning, okay, come to life. So for me, that's what keeps me going. And I've got a brilliant team that also will come up with ideas and execute ideas. We've got a beautiful cross-functional team. So we're in an environment where we are encouraged to come up with ideas, to be innovative. And we are, I think, one of the leading banks in terms of digital solutions. And we take pride as First Capital Bank in terms of being innovative and being fresh on the market with products. I mean, my favorite is the product whereby now you can tap on the phone and make a payment. Yeah, it's called soft pause. Yeah, so we call it FCB tap. So such type of things are the ones that I think are the most exciting about marketing.
All right. When I thought banks, I always see money. Like there's money. There's money there. But now I'm learning. Okay, so as you were recently appointed as vice president for Institute of Malawi, and congratulations first of all.
Thank you.
Okay. What are some of the things we're expecting from you this year?
So thank you very much for for that. There's a lot that I think the market is expecting, but also the IMM membership is expecting. I think the first thing that we're trying to establish, myself together with the president, is for us to create a very simple customer journey for our members in terms of registration, paying the membership fees. So I think that's the first step to everything that we are going to do, I think, this year. Secondly, people should expect a lot of exciting changes to the way we do the conference, I think the way we do our events, but also they should expect some new products and features from IMM that are going to disrupt the market. I think my motto in life is to change the game My motto in life is to continuously innovate. So IMM is a very good property, a very good brand, and the people there have done a fantastic job with the brand. I think our job is to continue where they left from, but also to excite our membership and give value to our members in terms of being an IMM member is concerned in Malawi.
Okay, so marketing Malawi to the international market on small factors, as IMM Vice President, how do you plan to put Malawi on the globe map?
I think first and foremost, marketing Malawi, I think, is a job for us as a nation. We've got plenty of ideas of how to create awareness about this country called Malawi. There's a saying that goes, the dust on the moon is free, but for you to get there is very expensive. So we've heard inside that Malawi is very expensive to get to because of the flights. The flights to Malawi are the most expensive in the region.
Yes.
So
and now we have to buy tickets outside.
100%. So I think there's a holistic approach that we need to take if we are to market destination Malawi. But we've got quick wins, such as we've got a lot of personalities, sports personalities, music personalities that are living in diaspora that can help us to market brand Malawi. So such personalities should wear brand Malawi every Friday, wherever they are. I think to me,
100%,
100%. Temwa, your namesake.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Should wear. Yeah. So I think for me, it's a quick win that I think we can implement together with the Ministry of Tourism. However, we are working closely, or will be working closely with the Ministry of Tourism, where they need our assistance in terms of creating ideas. One idea that we have, I think, is to do a campaign or a TVC for brand Malawi, okay, that can come from the talent that we have in IMM in terms of graphic designing, copywriters, people that do adverts. So there's a lot that I think we can do to market brand Malawi, but today there's no concrete plan that we have done yet, but that's in the pipeline.
Okay, that's beautiful. You're a big fan of football. Well, I've seen your post and people have seen your post, and you love football. Like, what's that one thing that you love the most about football? The
power of football. Football is powerful. Football in other countries has stopped wars.
Wow.
Football. I think Didier Drogba did something wonderful with his country using football. Football creates charities. Football generates a lot of income. Football enhances the socio-economic fabric of many nations. But I love football as a game. I love playing football. I love watching football. So it's something that I grew up with. So I think the one thing that I love football is that it's a beautiful game. Okay.
Which team do you support internationally and locally, and why?
I think locally I love Bullets. You should know that.
I know.
You should know that.
I mean, it's all of
FCB Yes Bullets is number one. It's the people's team. It's the best football club in Malawi.
Internationally?
Internationally, I grapple with my love, that is Arsenal, but never wins anything. So, so I'll prefer Barcelona.
Okay. Yeah. So who's your favorite player? Like, who's your favorite football player right now?
Right now, I would say Lamine Yamal.
And what makes them outstand other players?
Lamine Yamal is a kid that was 16 years old when he went to the Euros and won the Euro at 16 years old. Actually, he had to play some matches for 30 minutes so that he could do his homework. But today, what he's doing at 17 years old, I think is amazing, and I think the whole world should look out for what this kid will be doing. So I think I love his story as well. I think it's a story whereby his parents are immigrants into Spain, but he's done almost the impossible. So he's 17 years old and he plays for Barcelona, and is an amazing footballer.
So why don't you support in Barcelona?
I support Barcelona. I say that because Arsenal has always
it's not winning anything.
It's not winning anything.
All right. You've been in leadership roles for so long. I mean, you've been in Castile, at FCB, and all these big positions, right? So how do you balance your love for football with the demand of your career? Because I mean, we know you, but you're also at the football. You're there to watch live.
Yeah, no, I think football is a pastime. It happens over the weekend. And also, so it's basically time management in terms of managing the demands of work and also managing things that you do during your free times. So basically, for me, it's weekend is for football, and during the week is for work.
Okay. So what's one campaign that you've done so far that you look back to and you're like, you know what, I'm proud of that campaign, and why?
I think the sponsorship of FCB Nyasa Big Bullets was an amazing campaign. When we launched this property, I think we had a helicopter going around Blantyre and Lilongwe, giving out the FCB Nyasa Big Bullets replica shirt. For me, that was an amazing campaign and an amazing launch to one of the biggest properties in Malawi. Apart from that, I think there are a lot of other campaigns that I look back to and say that these were amazing campaigns, I think, in my past life.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Okay. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Favorite Malawian dish?
Rice, no. Sima and local chicken, boiled local chicken.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite job ever?
That's a tough one. This is my favorite job right now.
Okay.
But I was once 26 years old and hired as senior brand manager, alcoholic beverages.
That should have been fun.
So 26 years old, a lot of alcohol. So that could have been my favorite job.
That could have been. Maybe it was.
Maybe it was.
Maybe it was. First job ever?
My first job was working for a marketing agency called MarketLink, and I thank the owner of that marketing agency for teaching me, I think, the ins and outs of marketing, but also sales. His name is Hugh Funya, amazing marketer, amazing guy, and that was my first job ever. He's actually one of the people that said, look, you are a business major, but I feel that you can do marketing. So come here, let me teach you how to do marketing. So I think that was my first job.
Okay. Favorite marketing buzzword you secretly hate?
Marketing buzzword?
Yeah.
Not any buzzword?
No. We're going to go with marketing.
Okay, so...
I'd have gone with any word, but I feel like let's go to marketing.
I think... I secretly hate buy one, get one free.
Well, okay, but I mean, it's a good marketing.
Yeah, it is, and it works.
It does.
Yeah, but I won't tell you why I hate it because.
But it's still one of your favorites.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Twikale, for coming through. You're an amazing person to be around, and you bring light to the room. And as you said, you wear a lot of caps. You're a man of many caps, and we appreciate you for coming through today. No,
thank you for having me, and I hope you will invite me next time. It's my pleasure.
I hope we'll be working with FCB like, oh, Temwa, come and shoot to sides. All right, for now it's goodbye. Thank you so much for being on the show.